If you compare today, at least 2 or 3 only given. It seems maybe Kenyan team players have decided to add some more energy on them.
They look like it looks like there's a more energetic Kenyan today.
Shem starts off with a dot ball.
And you sense that ever since the spinners have come into operation, the pace of the game has slowed down.
And it's something that happens every now and again when the spinners come on, they slow down the game. Because there's no pace on the ball, the batsman has to force the play.
Absolutely. Oh, he's dragged that onto the stumps. He's played it on against the run of play. And Gyanendra Malla can only stare at the wicket and his shattered stumps. And Goche strikes. Kenya get a big wicket soon after the drinks break. And this will really help their confidence.
Yeah, Malla there looked to play the ball on the onside when the ball was pitched outside off stump. Only managing to get the inside edge onto the stumps. Probably would have played it through the covers. But yeah, Shem Goche gets the breakthrough for Kenya. Much needed breakthrough. Nepal 75 for 2 after 17.3 overs. As Malla departs, the incoming batsman, the skipper Rohit Paudel.
Another very fine artist with the bat, Rohit Paudel, carries a great amount of reputation with him. One of the finest stroke makers, may I add. Gyanendra Malla will field wrong. Oh, wrapped on the pads, a huge appeal, the finger goes up. Virat strikes, the change of end has worked. And Kenya strike in back-to-back overs. And they brought themselves back into the contest. This is a very fine bowling effort by the young man. Kept it tight. Dave is not happy, but the finger goes up and Nepal lose their third wicket.
As we see the replay, Dave looking to go onside, the ball just straightened. There you are. Dave not happy, feels he's missed out. He was batting so well on 37. Nepal lose their third wicket with 80 runs on the board after 19 overs. Change of end works for Viraj.
Well, Dave certainly wasn't too impressed with that decision, but Viraj was very confident that he had his man with that appeal of his. The boundaries have certainly dried up in the last couple of overs. In the air, taken. Irie departs. Another wicket here for Kenya. They are on a high at the moment. The spinners are striking in tandem. And Goche with the second. Irie is livid with himself. And all of a sudden, Nepal seem to be staring down the barrel.
Nice ball there, loop, turn. Irie goes for the expensive drive. And good catch there by Rakeb. Well done there by Rakeb. Again, spinners doing the job for the team. Pace off the ball. Irie is disappointed with himself. Nepal lose their fourth wicket.
As much as he'll want to practice that cover drive, walking back, he knows he's lost out on that one opportunity. And he is just cross with himself for letting go of that.
And the new batsman in is Bashir. Walks in Nepal at 85 for 4 in the 22nd over.
Take the pace off the ball, that's the mantra on the surface, at least at the moment. With a little bit of turn creating doubt in the mind of the batter. Spinners are in the mix at the moment, Steve.
Definitely is bowling well. Like I said, the skipper and his twin spin, Viraj, bowling in tandem.
Steve, you feel the Kenyan team missed a plot by not playing Viraj in the first game.
Yes, I said it yesterday. I felt Viraj should have played because him and Shem have been the on-form bowlers for the team, and they needed him to play in that game.
All right, Steve, a left-handed batter in the middle. Would you be tempted to get a Rakib Patel?
Definitely yes, an off-spinner taking the ball away from the left-hander. One end off-spinner and the other end keep on bowling the left-arm spinner. As we see, Bashir plays his second dot ball. And again, Shem finishes off well with a dot. Good over for Kenya there, 1 run off it, and Shem picks a wicket. Nepal 85 for 4 after 22 overs. Maybe here Kenya misses a trick.
3 quick wickets, Steve. That has really come in handy for the Kenyans. If they can build on this passage of play, this will really help them find that equalizer in the series. Tossed up, inviting the batter, and this is what they've done consistently. Invite the batter into the drives and playing their shots.
Viraj does well. There'll be a lot of pressure now on the captain Rohit to play a long innings.
Look at that. How beautifully he's wearing the length. The last 3 deliveries were very close to the bat, and this one just slightly outside off. There again, he can do that.
And the other thing I've noticed is he rushes the batter.
Yes.
Within a space of a short time, he's done with his over. Finishes off with a dot ball, a maiden there for Viraj. Nepal 85 for 4 after 23. Kenya tightening the screws.
What a fine bowling effort it's been so far by both the spinners, Captain Ngoche and Viraj Patel. The 2 left-arm orthodox spinners have completely changed the game in a matter of few overs. What looked like a controlled innings by Nepal now seems to be in a little bit of a disarray. That's because they've lost 3 quick wickets. Courtesy, Ngoche and Viraj. That's a very nice fielding effort. He's just finished his spell, and there he puts in the dive. Viraj Patel. Talk about the commitment the youngster is showing. Never easy, and that was not towards his strength side as well.
Good comeback by Shem. And we see what tight bowling can do. Nepal were 75 for 1 and suddenly 87 for 4.
It's a numbers game, right, Steve? 75 for 1, 87 for 4, and the numbers tell the story.
Definitely. Again, keep building the pressure. Dot balls will bring you wickets. Especially when you have 2 new guys on the wicket. Just keep squeezing it.
In the air.
That was a chance there. Missed by Viraj, and it went for 4. The skipper will not be happy there. That was an opportunity to pick the 5th wicket. Pressure telling on the batsman. Goes for the big drive. Oh. To add insult to injury, the ball rolls for a boundary.
It's got the impression that he took some time to get down and underneath that one.
Sham finishes with a dot ball. He'll not be happy. Must be thinking I should have had another wicket there.
It will definitely be a little bit different. But nothing is wrong with the wicket. If you concentrate, like the way Rohit has done, you'll get runs.
Absolutely. Lucas going for that scoop that we've so often see in shorter formats. But yet again, they're just taking the pace off it. Ball dying on Rohit on that occasion.
That's good. That's what we want to see from Lucas. If you see him, if you can pick it early, you bowl a slower ball. If they accelerate better now, they can land to about 230, 240. That will be really like 10 runs and overs. Good ball.
Hurrying him for pace on this occasion. Kenny, you mentioned 230, 240. Pass score on the surface?
I'd go 230 is a good score. If the way Nepalis have been bowling, 230 will be a tough one for Kenyans. They really have to work hard to get runs because they've really depended on Rakeb and Collins.
Right.
But they've got to get somebody else to contribute. If somebody contributes, they'll be on business.
That's a good enough point. Quite a few changes today into the playing 11, as many as 4. So you'd expect something different, quite certainly.
Good shot. 6 runs. Bounce it shot. And you're blind. Good shot.
Way down the leg side, a half tracker. And Sompal says, thank you very much. This is what I'm looking for. Just helps it over the long leg region and fetches the 6 as well. And that's where Lucas will need to improve. He cannot get carried away and leak runs at the moment. They've done well to keep Nepal to where they are.
And that's what I say, that the way the Nepal are better is that if you look at the last game, Kenyans left 2 overs. You could have played. It was 12 balls. You could have ended up even getting 8 runs. Nick. The fielder was not even looking. He didn't even move. 4 runs.
And I'll tell you what, Kenny is not impressed over here. 6 plus 4 make that 10 in 2 deliveries, and already 11 in the first 4 deliveries. Kenny, this over is turning out to be expensive, and Nepal in the process also crossed the 200-run mark.
That's very good. I would just say good batting or good ball, or not good bowling, not anticipating well. If in the last 5 overs, if you're a fielder, you must expect things to happen. So expect the ball any time now.
Smart cricket, very smart cricket. Strike rotation is the key.
And if you look at the way Lucas is bowling, it's like the ball is holding a little bit. So it's not easy to play shots. But if you bowl the half trackers, it's a little bit easier. Talking of the change in the Kenya team, there's Jared, there's Nemi Odhiambo, there's Viraj, and there's Lucas. The only new person there is Gerard. But I've talked about it doesn't strengthen their batting so much. Lucas has been hitting the ball very well towards the end, but they've got to take the game closer for him to have an impact. Cut shot. Oh! Could have been a class catch.
Full marks for the effort over there at backward point. Looks like he did get his finger on it as well. Draw some applause from the bowler, Lucas, too. But I like the way Rohit adjusted to that shot and played it late. Nevertheless, it's been a very good over for Nepal. 14 runs coming off it, 47 gone. It's 206 for 7.
3 overs to go. Where can they get? That's 12, that's 18 balls. Can they double to go 18, or can they get 30 runs on that? So they get 30 runs down to 236. If Kenya can bowl more tighter, 2 runs a ball is nothing. But you need to take wickets for you to slow it down. And rate has been very good. Very, very strong. Paul has come and got to it's a 6.
Yeah, quick
Right.
fire, 26, Kenny.
Perfect. Good timing. A good catch. Very good catch from Nehemiah Odhiambo. He saw it late and he moved late. But good hands. Very, very, very good catch.
Not easy when you're running and the ball is traveling as well. This is a very fine catch under pressure. He had to cover some ground, kept his eyes on the ball, and took a very fine catch to get the danger man, Sompal Kami, who played an absolute cameo of an innings. 26 for him in no time. Captain Paudel still very much in the middle out there. But what Kenya have done is they have struck at regular intervals, Kenny.
And that's what you need to slow the run rate down. If you don't get wickets, then at least when a new batsman comes in, it's take at least 2-3 balls to settle down. And that is very, very, very crucial for you to score, for you to slow the runs. Incoming batsman, Karan. He's been very mean with the ball. Can he send it on the boundary?
Well, he carries a reputation of being a very hard hitter and a clean striker of the ball. We've seen him do that in the past as well. Perfect setting for him.
Perfect.
He has a little under 18 deliveries. He has an informed captain standing at the other end. He has the right man to give him the advice, and he has the license as well to play a fearless brand of cricket.
Take it. It's all yours now. It's all in your hands. But taking nothing away from Nehemiah. He's bowled well in bits and pieces, but he's done very well. A good wicket and a good catch from Nehemiah Odhiambo. Same hairstyle. Started a slow ball. Oh, good piece of fielding. That's what you want to see.
He had one stump to aim at. Gerald, the youngster, if I'm not wrong. Not right, that's
No,
Biko, I guess.
Biko.
Biko. He knows he came very close to dislodging those stumps.
And that's what you see from the juniors. When you come in, you got to show us that you're good in fielding, no compromising from a junior. You got to be on top of that. Good ball from Nehemiah. Well, can they get 2 runs? The first one quick. That's it. Nehemiah. It's the last over. Once the ball has gone down, you got to run to the stumps as quick as you can. So there's a wicket, then there's a single and a single. So they've got 2 runs of 3 balls. Right on the strike.
Running the first run fast, looking for the second, nicely fielded at long off. This is very good fielding by Kenya. They have picked up pace and intensity in the game. The energy is high, keeping things tight.
That's what I want to see. That's good fielding, good throw. Still Nehemiah is not running to the stumps because he should go there. It's much easier. If you're in front of the stumps, you're making it more difficult. At the moment, it's bowled well. It's only conceded 3 rounds of 4 balls.
He's bowled well. He's bowled well. Right in the block hole, right underneath the bat. Odhiambo is showing why he can be a death bowler for Kenya in the coming days.
Good thinking from Collins. He should have shied at the stumps, but he thought it was only going to cost him 1 run. There was nobody backing up on that side. Should have gone for 4.
That's what experience brings to the table.
Very, very, very important. Cuts it. He sees the ball late. Can he throw a good throw? Good throw. That's the end of a beautiful over from Kenyans. They've really pulled a little bit back, and they couldn't concede runs, and they couldn't concede a lot of runs on that second last over. And the score is 2-1-1 for 8. It's a tough one to bring the young Jera to bowl now on the pressure. It's going to be interesting. He hasn't. I think it was a lot of pressure on him. They should have not bowled Should have bowled the previous one, releases the pressure, let the more experienced guys bowl those two. Okay, the captain is back. The captain is saying something. I don't know why the captain wants him to bowl, but he's been bowling on both sides of the wicket, so makes it very hard to place a field for him. He's bowled 2 half trackers outside off, and they've all gone for 4.
Now he's under pressure. 10 runs in the first 3 deliveries. And that's what happens sometimes. Even the best can get derailed in their plans. Oh, he goes big. That's a one-handed hit. That's high up in the air, and the catch is taken, and young Gerald gets his man. Finally, being carted away for 2 fours in the first 3 deliveries. He says, I'm going to get you, and he does that as well. A moment of joy for him as he strikes in the penultimate over.
And that's exactly what I said, is the captain instruction must be very clear. This is the first one that is bowled full. It's much easier. That's the area to bowl and change of pace. And Nelson have been outstanding with his catching today. That's a break. That's the only time Kenya can slow the run rate. And that's in a beautiful innings.
What an innings there by Rohit Paudel. 70 odd runs. Held fort in the middle. Played a captain's innings. This at a time when others were just capitulating in front of him. He was the lone ranger. He's taken his team past the 220 run mark. And there he walks back to a standing ovation in the dugout as well. That's been quite an innings.
And that's what leadership is all about. You lead from the front, and then the rest understand where you're coming from. Collins has spoke to Jared, the captain of Hazawad. So is he going to get it? But Karan is not going to hold on at all. But good bowling from Gerard, good comeback. And good catch from Nelson. There you go. Good shot.
What a shot. That's Karan Casey for you in the slot, and he's going to punish you. Despite the wicket, this over is turning out to be very costly. 14 runs coming off it already, and that for clear indication of what the lower order of Nepal can do as well.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the young man will learn very quickly. If you give someone to free his arm, it doesn't matter where the ball is at the moment, he will definitely free his arm. So if you're letting him free his arm, so you got to bowl nice and straight and try and mix it up. He hasn't bowled any of the slower balls or the bouncer.
Got to bowl with a little bit of imagination at this point in time. You've got to use your mind. It's not about shoulder and back when it comes to bowling.
Good thinking. Change of pace, which is good.
Single to end the over. Karan Casey will keep strike. 15 coming off it and a wicket. It's been an eventful one. 49 gone. It's 226 for 9.
It's a tough one. We're looking at 240, 250. They have landed there with ease. Is it going to be enough? Can Kenyans bet deep? Where did they go from here now? Mwendo, that's expensive over, but I thought it was quite harsh to let the young lead ball the second last over. But it's done well. It's going to take it on a stride and use it as an experience to move forward. Nehemiah Odhiambo ball is the last over.
Gives the charge, takes it on the full over, extra cover. Make that another 4. It's raining boundaries at the moment, and Karan Casey is turning it on in the final moments of this innings.
That's it, Karan. He's got a reputation of hitting the ball today. He's proving it. Good shot. Over Collins for 4. Nehemiah is thinking there's some field changing. They're going to change the field. No, it is. They don't. Still remains the same. Fast ball, 4 runs. Karan's on fire. Good catch from Rakeb. Very good catch. He read it well. He stayed in the in 30. Didn't move. Didn't come forward, but he ran very nicely and take a beautiful catch.
Yes, also credit has to go to Odhiambo. Took the pace off it, bowled it wide. Off cutter coming in. Karan committing himself into the shot very early. Couldn't do much. And it's a very fine catch running backwards there by Rakib Patel. You can't keep him out of action. Bat bowler in the field. He's always making an impact.
And that's what we're saying. It's a good one. We have had a first session. We call it first half in football. We call it first half in cricket. The first half is gone. We're on for the second half. And Kenya will need 131 to win. In the beginning, with 132 to win and 131 to tie for us to have a super over. So it should be quite interesting. But we're not expecting a super over. Is that going to be enough?
Well, Kenya managed 218 last evening batting first. This time they have a little bit extra to do. They need to get to 231 if they have to equalize or make it even Stevens in this series. They put up a very good fielding effort, very strong bowling effort. They've come back well. Sukhdeep took his catches. He'll have a role to play with the bat when they come out in a little over half an hour from now. He's made an impact in the series, but just a quick reminder, this is the match number 2. Batting first, Nepal have managed 230. And this means that when Kenya come out to bat, they will need 231 runs to win in the allotted 50 overs. 230 all out is what Nepal managed. Somehow, it was their captain who held fort in the middle and got them to a very, very strong total of 230 runs.
And that's back after when we will come back with Kenya needed 231 to win. Nepal 230 to defend. We are waiting for another exciting match. So see you after the break.